Hi ladies, coming to you with video number 2, I believe. We're going to do this beautiful sunflower card. Excuse me, I'm going to have to pause you already and remove a bird. Well ladies, I'm going to have to tell you that was not a whole lot of fun. Harley was not in the mood to go anywhere. He bit me 4 times trying to move him to the other room. I'm going to tell you what, that bird is in big, big trouble. So anyway, back to business. This sunflower card, beautiful thing that it is, I have looked over this set many times in the catalog and thought, I don't need a sunflower. It just didn't do anything for me. Well, Lynn's mother sent me a card where she had used this sunflower. Absolutely beautiful. This is not it. I didn't copy her card. I did one of my own, but I just wanted to tell you it certainly opened my eyes when it came to this sunflower set. So it might be something you want to look at. It's called Celebrate Sunflowers, and it's in your catalog page number. I'm sure you can find it in the index. So we're going to carry on with our kit. So I'm going to put you on pause again and tip this camera down to the tabletop. Hopefully this time I'll get it done, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay ladies, let's get into the kit. We have lots of pieces in this one. A card base, of course. I also gave you a piece of yellow. And the reason I did that is I was thinking this had a black card base. But you can use it anyway. So if you want to have a yellow piece inside of your vanilla, that's just fine and dandy. We have a piece of black cardstock. We have a frame that is out of crushed curry or bumblebee. Either one works, that's for sure. We have the sunflower overlay that is cut out of gold foil. Another sunflower overlay that's cut out of black. 3 leaves, and by the way, these are from a set called Love of Leaves. It's in the newer mini catalog. Really awesome. Need to take a look at this, girls. We're going to be using it, so you'll have a chance to see it then, but it's certainly worth considering. And you're going to have a smaller sunflower that is stamped on a piece of crushed curry, and you're going to be very upset at me. I know I'm upset at me. This has a die to cut it out, and I didn't realize that at the time until all the kits were all put together, and I thought, you know what, I think we're just going to fussy cut this instead of tearing all the kits apart. So that's what we should have in our kit. By the way, I'm sorry, you have this piece, which is the base of the sunflower, and if you'll notice, I used watercolor paper and I brushed it. So you have 2 different sides, basically, but I had to stamp one, so I made a choice. Anyway, they sure came out pretty, I'll tell you that. So okay, for assembly, let's get started with the framework. Can be in place without any question and not interfering with anything else. So let's go ahead and put our framework on. The tape on this particular roll is extremely sticky. That's kind of unusual for that ATG unit. And remember the secret I told you, it's a little bit easier to line up your frames and things like that if you place the long side first. Okay, there is that. And I guess if you wanted to, you could go ahead and put it on your card base at this time. No real reason not to. I still have the best luck standing it up, girls. I better pause you for a minute. Hubby's coming in. Okay, back to this. I still have the best luck by standing them up against each other. I say that as I fumble all over the place. Nope, didn't work. Okay, I'll do it the other way. All right, there we go. Okay, now there's a couple things I want to show you here. This is our sunflower, and when you go to put it together, you're going to notice that there are a couple of the petals that are going on an angle. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. No, you're not. But anyway, they kind of go sideways. Those are the ones that I use to mark my spots so I know where to put this guy. So we got something like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that black one to the brusho piece. I hope you like your brusho piece. It was really fun doing that. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Gonna get a little bit of blue glue and put in a couple of spots here, just to kind of keep this lacy thing contained. Boy, that'd make a pretty doily, wouldn't it? If you're into doilies. And maybe a couple were on the other side too. My voice still isn't great, girls, but it's definitely better than it was the other night. Okay. We're going to get our leaves and green ink. I'm using Mossy Meadow. That looks really good on this yellow. And I'm going to green up those leaves. And why didn't I just use green, you say? Well, I'll tell you. I wanted them kind of to look like they were turning a little bit, because fall is in the air, you know? So that was my objective. Hope you don't mind. One. I want you to take note of the stitching lines in these leaves. These are from the set I was talking about, the Love of Leaves. They all have stitching in them, and it is so pretty. I mean, just really lovely. Then I don't know if I can explain it to you. I could show it to you in a minute, but there's a die in there that is the 5.5 inch length of a card, and that die is like a waterfall of stitching. Makes the greatest texture. It's something new, and I love it. You probably think that CJ, she loves a lot of things, and I do. I truly, truly do. Okay, now we have 3 leaves that have some green on them. Oh, I'm not going to put that away yet. Your little sunflower that is stamped that I forgot to die cut for you. We need some green leaves on those. Just kind of carefully take your dauber and put some green. Okay. All right. What's next? Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and place this sunflower in its position, which is approximately there, I believe. Okay. Oh, we could use a popper. I'm going to use a popper. Hadn't even thought about that. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to use a popper. I don't have any right handy. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little piece of tape on it so I can pop it later. Okay, so that's going to go in that upper left corner with a little bit of black showing at the top and sides. One side. Okay, take one of our leaves, put a little dab of glue on it. Doesn't need much because that sunflower is going to hold it in there. I want some more green on this one. Just not green enough. That's better. It's going to go down there. Like so. Now then, let's get our brown dauber, Old Early Espresso, and color this in. Ooh, that's cool. I like it. I would leave it just like that. The texture from the watercolor paper. I wasn't pressing real hard, so you can see some of that texture. Definitely leaving that alone. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, Now, ladies, you have a decision to make. My original thought was this is what the sunflower is going to be. No gold involved. Well, I tried the gold and I liked it, but I also liked the black. So you have to decide whether you want to use gold or black, or if you want to do both. This one, well, this one has both. And you can see the black peeking out there periodically, and so you might want that look. But you certainly have the ability to play around with that right now and decide what you want to do. I think for this moment, I am going to leave this one black because I really, really like the way that brusho looks in it. And it'll be different from the other one. I'm going to put a little blingy guy in the center. Now, I did not stamp any kind of a greeting on yours. I'm going to stamp on this one. I have a little tiny thanks. And, oh, I wish I knew where that came from. It's so cool. Oh, okay. It came from the Love of Leaves also. So I'm going to stamp thank you right there. And thank you right there. That's kind of fun, isn't it? And then I'm going to take one of these smaller blingies. Just thought of this. Was not part of the plan originally. Gonna have to wait a minute. Get my picker-upper tool. I like that too. Okay, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and overlay the gold and show it to you. Oh my, they're down there. My little one's on an angle. Let's see. Okay, there's your look with the black. And there's your look with the gold. Might I suggest you just buy the stamp set And then you can keep one of those to the side and make another card with it. What a novel idea. Okay, now for this guy. We're going to have to fussy cut him, girls. I'm sorry, but I'm fussy cutting it with you. I could very easily step over there and get the die and cut it out, but I feel sorry for you, so I'm not going to do that. If you want to go ahead and fast forward me, you can. I don't think I've ever been fast forwarded before. Sounds like a Disneyland ride. I'm sure you all know that it's much easier to turn your paper than to turn your scissors when you're cutting something like this. Okay, there we go. Now the decision part, where to put it. I'm going to put it over here on the right, kind of on top of that green leaf. Sorry, I forgot to do the center of it. Get your early espresso dauber out again and just daub very, very carefully the center of that. In fact, if you sort of use the edge of the sponge, you can get that little line in there. Give it some texture. Give it some texture. Okay, and I am definitely going to pop this puppy, although it almost looks popped now. What do you think, girls? Do you love it? I do. That's it for now. Next video, I'm going to show you the new things that we have. It's not going to be very long, but I do want you to see a couple of things. So it's been fun this evening. I love you all, and I'll catch you in a little bit.